Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls 2. Now, basically we've followed this path to this building. Just like I said in the previous episode. We were invaded by a dark spirit NPC, but unfortunately she decided to commit suicide on the falls, so that wasn't much of a fight. What we're going to do is we're going to go under this waterfall. And we're going to drop into this area right here. Now there's going to be 3 bosses. And we're going to take out this guy first. This one's going to be our first target. Now obviously that one has magic. Ow. So we've got 1 physical person, or I should say 2 physical attackers, 1 magic user. Now the fun part about this, and by fun I mean bullshit, is once you defeat one of these guys, they spawn smaller skeletons, or I guess skeletons of different type. One skeleton that can be spawned would be several small, I guess normal sized skeletons. One of them will spawn 2 to 3 large skeletons, and the asshole that's shooting magic will spawn skeleton wheels. Now, if you played the last Dark Souls game, you know that those guys can be assholes. So basically this part of the fight is just trying to isolate one skeletal lord. I really wish one of them would attack this thing where I could get around. There we go. Thank you. Now you have to watch out for their pyromancy. They have several different types. One of them is the explosive kind of bomb type. You just have to be careful. Now as you can see, they're fairly non-resistant to fire, so I'm gonna try to light this guy up as much as possible. Alright, so that's 1. And now that he's gone, we should have whoa. Yeah, their skeletons are spawning now. There they are. Okay, so this looks like a group of 4, which isn't awful. We're just going to take this guy right here. And the best part is, most of the time, these guys are far more willing to try to engage close up than the bosses are. If you face the Royal Rat Vanguard like I did right before this fight, it's not too bad because you're kind of used to using natural cover. Alright, let's get this scythe-wielding guy. Come on. Roll. That's my fault. Alright, so 1 more left. As you can see, these guys right here are the larger skeletons. Okay. Things are getting sketchy there for a few seconds. I gotta roll. And we'll take him out like so. Okay, that leaves 1 more guy. That is the attack that you have to watch out for. That one kind of comes out like a hand grenade. Now he will swing at you, not very much. He can do about that. Now this is the actual hard part. These skeleton wheels are a pain in the ass. So what I would recommend doing is exactly what I just did. Try to kill as many as you can when they first start to spawn. And there we go. Okay, so that's not too bad of a boss fight. As long as you don't go crazy and try to kill all of these guys off at once, they're not too bad. The skeleton wheels are the worst part, and I will say this: jump on them quickly because they can nickel and dime you to death. I know the first time, there we go. I know the first time I fought this boss, I beat all three of them and then had those skeleton wheels just chew me apart. I was quite pissed about that. I will say this: the boss fight is not over until all of the small skeletons have been defeated. So if you should happen to lose, you have to start from the very beginning, and that's not a very pleasant experience. Now, this doorway should look very familiar. I'm going to come up this way, and I'm just going to step away from the waterfall real quick because it seems a little loud in my earphones here. Let's pull this lever. Now, as I was saying before, on your run up to that boss fight, you may be invaded by a dark spirit. That did not happen to me when I was playing it on the Xbox. So I don't know if that was a... this is just version... I think that was probably only the second or third revision that they had, so maybe that was just kind of a little bug in the system where that dark spirit didn't spawn. I am not human. I did burn a human effigy because I was screwing around in the pit and died a couple of times. So that's certainly not it, because I'm not human. So just be aware that fight may or may not happen. That bridge just raised back up. Ah, I guess it did. Okay. So, really don't need to use that ladder right there. Just drop down. Alright. So now we're at the Harvest Valley. And this is the NPC I have been waiting for. Not just because she tries to expose her boobs. But because she actually sells shards.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
Alright, so
we're going to talk. I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long. I've searched perhaps...
shoot, sorry. Okay, so that's code for I'm going to move to Majula. What we're going to do is we're going to buy... Oh boy, I thought she had some large titanite shards. That really sucks. Alright, we're not going to buy anything.
I suppose it's about...
She moved to Majula. What I want to do before we head to the bonfire is run right down here. There's a skeleton that will assemble itself when we get close enough. Right, that's not too bad. And we get a life gem. Yeah, that is actually a very good message, because that fog that you see will slowly poison you. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take some pot shots at this guy. Because we can. Yeah, sucks to be him. Okay, so what I'm going to point out is through that way right there is another meeting with Gavlin. And I will eventually come back here in the next video and try to grab all of these lovely little items. I think this one I can grab right now because it should be fairly safe. As you can see, your poison goes up fairly quickly in that fog. So, let's see if I can grab that. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this in the next video. This is actually one of the more annoying areas because of the poison. But we'll get through here fairly quickly. Hopefully. And now one added side effect is there's actually poison covering this bonfire. And the special part about this is it actually sticks to you, which is why my poison gauge is going up as we speak. So it's always best if you can jump into and out of that area. It helps out a little bit. We're going to light this bonfire. And we're going to travel to Majula. And I want to point out a few little things in Majula that I just don't think I have. One thing is our ore trader will be right there, as you can see. And I didn't point out Carillion. He's posted up right there next to that tree. Alright, so that has been Huntsman's Copse and the Skeletal Lords. And next up will be Harvest Valley. So I'm going to spend up some of these souls, and I'm definitely going to take a break because I've been recording a good bit today. So I hope everyone takes care, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.